G'day gamers, Gob here. Welcome back to TryCraft. Today's the day, and I'm in the Ocean Monument, and today's the day I'm going to build my Guardian farm. Yes, I have done a little bit of research and I've decided on what sort of design I'm going to do. It's a bit of a smash together of a number of designs, but I'm not going for nether portals or anything like that, or soul sand, etc. I'm going to use a basic design where the guardians fall through and go into a kill chamber. I don't need lots, I just need enough to be able to flog off to the other TryCrafters. So let's get to it. Right, so I've decided that I want to use the interior of the Ocean Monument, and I'm going to build a couple of tanks for spawning of the guardians, and I'm going to have the collection area in the area that I've cleared out underneath. First things first, I need to do the outline of my spawning tanks, and I'm going to do a 19 by 19 basically cylinder. And what I want to do is go 6 along here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and start building out what's going to be the cylindrical basis for the tank. And I'm just using one of those online plotting programs of how to draw a circle in Minecraft. Very simple. I'll put a link to the one I'm using in the description, and I'll get to that and I'll be back when I'm done. Okay, so that's the first cylinder done, and I'm going to do another spawning tank over this side. There we go, that's the second spawning tank done. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to build this up a bit with glass. Just dump that. And I've decided to use green glass because it seems to be the theme of a Guardian Temple. So I'll do that and I'll be back. Okie dokie, so I think that's as far up there that I'm going to go, and I'm now going to dig out the center of this spawning tank, and that way I can actually take it down a little bit. Might just leave myself a way to get out. Right, so that's one tank fully emptied out. Now we'll just go down the bottom. Let's get a couple more of these. And we'll just go down the bottom and build up the base. Gonna need some more green glass. Okie dokie, so we'll go up now and we will just tie that off and take it down just a touch more. Okay, so I've now gone down a bit, so that's my first spawning chamber. Not huge, not like some of the ones you see on some of the YouTube videos, but I think that will be enough for me on this server. Well, that and that one anyway. So what I want now is some wood. And I'll grab that full stack, get rid of this prismarine and glass at the moment. And what I want to do with this wood is make as many fence gates as I possibly can. I'm going to need a lot more than just that. Okie dokie, so I've made a heap of fence gates. Now I'm going to go down and start placing my fence gates. Now the intent's going to be that the fence gates will be on the base of this so that water won't flow through, but our guardians will. So I just want to get up there. And we're going to place our fence gates on the level of the prismarine bricks. And we're just going to put them down. See if I can get on them. Okie dokie. Ah! And I fell. I wonder if I can do it from this angle. Oh, I can. But I can't reach high enough to do the next level. That's okay. I'll just use this dirt as a way of getting along here. Right, so I'll start putting down these fences and I'll be back. And I'm now just putting in the last of the fence gates. That's all of them, I think. Oh, there's a big slime. And now I've got to go through and open them all. Right, so that's all of our fence gates open. Holy dooly, that took a while. Right, so what I want to do now is build the collection area. Oops, wrong one. And to do that, I'll just go and get some building blocks. I'm thinking I'm going to build it out of our prismarine bricks yet again, just to keep with the theme. Might chuck in some just plain prismarine. I'll get rid of this so I have some space to work with. And what I want to do is make a system that comes to the center, has a water stream. So I'll just go down here because I want my guardians to fall. I'm going to go down 2. What I'm going to do is, because I don't want guardians to get caught on these sides here, so I have a water stream, there's a good chance that they'll flow and get caught, and I don't necessarily want that. So what I might do is make this our boundary. Right, so that is going to be the footprint of the chamber. I'll work out how to make it look pretty later. I'm about to get mobbed by a slime. Alright, so now we will just put in the platform that the water, that the guardians are going to fall onto is... Now this platform is going to take a little bit of trial and error because I want a water stream. Okay, so now we're inside the platform. Okay, the other one will be over there. I'm thinking of maybe, I'm going to see how far this water goes first. So if I put a water source there, another water source there, creates an infinite water source. So one there, one there. Right, so that pretty well gets me to that centre. Right, so everything flows to this point here. Right, I've changed my plan a little bit. I'm going to go with a square platform down the base, and we'll see how it works out. So I'll keep on working on it, and I will be back. And that's what we've got. One platform leading down to here, and I'll just start placing my water. So I'm just going to alternate water so I can create infinite water. Oops, a daisy. There you go, that one's now an infinite water source. That one there. Looks like that one's now infinite, yep. There. There. So anything that spawns in here now will get swept down here and washed into this area down in this area down here. So I'll just close this in. And I'll continue working and I'll be back. I've plotted out where the other one's going to go using that sand. I just dug some holes and dropped sand down, so that's where the other chamber's going to go. That tells me that that'll be the edge there. So I'm going to make the kill chamber just here. So let's go and prepare that area. Okay, so I'm going to want a couple of chests. Hopefully down the track I'll want more than just a couple. And into those chests I'm going to put my hoppers. Right, so all going into that chest there. Right, now we'll just pretty that up just ever so slightly. Okay, now 2 above the chest. I'll get rid of that. That is yucky. So 2 above the chest, I'm going to put some signs, and the reason I'm putting signs down is they are going to keep my lava in place. So I want the signs to be just 2 above, that way any guardians that bounce around in here will still bounce in to the lava blade. And I might get myself some glass so I can be callous and watch. So I'll go and get some glass and I'll be back. Right, so I've got my glass. We'll just go down here and we will put our glass in, and I'm using light grey stain, and that way I can still open up. And by using the stained glass over the chest, I can still open it up. Right, we now want to put in our killing mechanism, which is going to be the lava. We should only need 1 bucket of lava here. Careful you don't fall in. And we place our bucket down on any of the blocks that are above the signs. Now this is going to be a tricky bit. I want water to flow into there, but I don't want the water to land on the lava. So what we're going to do is use fence gates. Like that. We're just going to place our water down. And if we didn't use fence gates, that lava would now be obsidian. Right, so now let's cap this out. I might put some more glass there actually. And we'll be nearly ready to start it. So now it's time to prime the system. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go up the top, just seal off the top of it and get the water flowing, which will allow the guardians to spawn. Before I do that, I'm just going to place down a top to my system. Now what I'm doing is I'm putting down dirt because dirt is easy to get rid of. Unfortunately I can't put sand down because that would just be silly, it would just fall. But I'm going to put the dirt down as a top layer, and then on top of that I'm going to put water. Alrighty, I'll just close this in so we don't get our guardians flopping out anywhere else. Very exciting, almost done. Very, very excited. Right, now to place down the water. And I want water on every single block. Okay, so we now have source blocks over top of all of these. And what I'm going to do now is just take all the dirt away. And the water will flow down. Okie dokie. We now have all of those blocks replaced. And if we're lucky, we move away, we should start getting some guardians spawning. I think I just saw one. We'll wait here and see what happens. Whoop, we've got obsidian. Oh dear. I reckon our what do you call it? Fence post burnt. Right, well, I reckon I can probably use a sign. Have I got any signs on me? Right, let's go and fix this. Could get interesting. let's just seal this off for the time being. And we'll just put that there. Gotta put those signs, there we go. Will that stop the water? Yes, it will. And take two. Stay still! Right. Is it working now? Looks like it. And we're starting to get our drops. Okay, so that's number one. I'll now get working on number two. And we have finished the second spawning pod, tank, whatever you want to call it. But there they are, both of them. All done. It took a bit of work, so I did it off camera. And I've done a little bit of prettying up upstairs. I haven't done much over here. Still needs a bit of a sprucing around, but you can see the guardians in there spawning and just falling down to their doom. I've created a little stairway down here, and as you can see, I have done a little bit of work, and it is looking pretty snazzy. And as you can see there, the guardians are going to their doom, and this thing is absolutely mental. Go down here. I had to expand the storage, but there you go. It is absolutely chockers, and I have got more fish than I can poke a stick at. And I discovered that while I'm working away in my dome, it's working. So I don't even need to AFK over here. That is just excellent. So I think I'll call it a day here. I am very, very pleased with how this build worked out. It looks pretty snazzy, and I've managed to keep the ocean monument in its entirety outside. Took a lot of work to clear it out, and I've managed to keep it so we can actually look at it and admire the beauty that it is. If you liked the video, please give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Check out all my other content, and go and have a look at the Patreon site as well, and all of the other TryCrafters. But that's all I got time for today. I have to go and make lots of sea lanterns. Until next time, hooroo!